guys, welcome back to Cells in the Fog. I was feeling a little bit down the other day. Like, I was feeling kind of sick, like when I was recording Moonborn and stuff like that. I don't know, it was just all like, it was like kind of hard to talk. It was terrible. I started getting sick, so I'm still feeling a little sick, so I'm here in my house good today, feeling a little cozy, and I got myself some little tea, so I'm good to go. Hopefully it won't be as bad today while I'm trying to read, but yeah. Anyway, we're on episode 3. Let's go ahead and get started. It says, the long-awaited respite. Adelaide has the time to finally talk with old friends and see what became of her hometown. Okay, let's get that going. I'll take another sip. All right, chapter 3, reunion. All right, right. The captain, he just saved us from being blown up, so that's great. Yeah, follow me. While panic reigns, we can cover our tracks. Captain. The sailor rushed to embrace the captain, but the captain's stern look stopped him halfway. Sorry. No time for tenderness. Follow this guy. I feel he understands what he's talking about. The crew followed Will. The road led them to some stinky tavern. This is the last place where we will be sought. Why didn't we just come here in the first place? Because I'm not sure about this place myself. Those who hang around here have no honor, no ideals. With Diego come into power, Santo Domingo began to resemble Port Royal. Brothels, awful dens, criminals. In other words, like a second Tortuga. As soon as the crew went inside, all the conversations in the tavern died down for a moment. Adelaide felt that the locals were drilling into her with their eyes. The pub was full of brazen gangsters and criminals, and a persistent aroma of cheap booze and tobacco smoke filled the establishment. I remember when they said this in the beginning, Sebastian told me not to speak like this because only bandits and stuff talk like this. But these are bandits and stuff, so. The bandits looked at each other in surprise. Are you in the right place? And where did you learn such words? Same place you did. I do not even see the seal of craft on you. All your teeth are intact. There are no scars, and your face is smooth like a baby's arse. It seems to me that you're just a spoiled young lady. The boatswain flared his nostrils and was ready to knock some respect into the thugs. Stop. It's her business. One more word without enough respect for me, and the girl slowly drew out the expensive saber. Drop the piece of iron. You'll get hurt. The robbers, furious with such impudence, reached for their knives and axes. What are you doing with those hands? And the rest of the crew made a step forward, letting the sleazy crowd know that there will be no jokes. And now we'll rest with the crew after a long journey, at that table. The robbers immediately begin to pull themselves out from behind the table and clean up after yourselves. See, we're rolling in force now. We got a crew back. I'm feeling all the support. That's really nice. The crew sat at the table, and now, even in a tattered tavern, Adelaide managed to exhale and relax. Today's booze is on me. What do you have for money on this island now? Ugh. So this nasty face made its way here as well. Let's take a look. Sorry, I'm just messing with my freaking... Sorry. I'm messing with my nail, like... I just get this compulsive thing, like once it's uneven, I just need to... Anyway, that's why my nails are short, I just can't. Look, and the scar left by Adelaide engraved. I remember, this is how everything started. Yeah. Pints of beer appeared on the table, and the crew raised them together. Well, let's drink for our reunion. For our necks being saved from the noose. For the captain, who pulled us out of trouble. For us. Not being interested in the human festivities, the lemur dived under the tables. Oh, by the way, it's time to introduce ourselves. Considering that I'm now their captain. Captain? Yes, captain. I saw potential in you, but... I thought that nothing could surprise me. But now it seems I witnessed the birth of a legend. Thank you. So, Chris is a brave pirate who will never leave a friend in trouble and looks like a great guy in every way. William is my old friend, and as I understand, the leader of the underground movement. William. Something familiar. I'll remind you. William distorted his voice, imitating his old manner of speech. You're too young to serve on the Swallow. Exactly. And you have grown. Difficult to recognize you. Speaking of the Swallow, here the crew wilted and downed their drinks silently. We've been a nightmare for Diego's fleet for 5 years. The Swallow did not have the most powerful weapons, but... did? Oh. Yes, it did. Now we're chained to the land. Nope, you can join my crew. And the last ones to survive. What happened to you during these years? To me? Tell what happened as it is, come up with a logical story. I'm just gonna tell them what happened. I understand that you may think that I overheated, or got drunk on seawater, or ate exotic mushrooms, but and then the girl began to talk about all of her misadventures. The eyes of the crew were fixed on her. And then it turned out that my ring, the waitress did not have time to bring drinks, and Seamus only managed to wipe the sweat from his forehead. This is my story. I want to get some fresh air. Yes, and me too. So, the fog has made its way to all the corners of the neighboring seas. Do you already know about the fog? In these waters, everyone already knows about it. The crew still has questions. It's a disaster more serious than a tornado. And I have something else to talk to you about. Finally, we're alone. And what did you want to discuss? Not magic. Believe me, it did not surprise me. It was clear how difficult it was for the captain to choose his words. There was not a single day when I did not think about you. Oh God. I didn't think this would happen since I didn't romance him. Wow, okay, interesting. I believed. No, I knew that the sea could not take you. And I knew that our meeting could not be avoided. In that short time that you were on my ship, I was too dry. But I almost forgot how to show feelings. Forgive me for this. It seems, I love you. I don't even know what to do. Oh no. I told myself I'm so close to wooing Jackie. So close. Wow. They pushed Sebastian's route really hard. Oh man. I'm about this pressure since what was it, episode 3 or 4? I don't know. Oh man. I don't know what to do. Isn't it too late to start a relationship? Now I'm questioning it because I really like Sebastian. Oh my God. Now I'm questioning everything. But no, I feel like it would have been better if we were going to do Sebastian route. You might as well do it the full way. I'm going to keep going home. Keep going strong. It seems. And you want to charm me with what it seems? Whoa! Maybe I picked the wrong words. No, they're not. That's fine. That's it. Come back with such an offer when you're completely sure. She had to be that cruel. Oh my God. I just wanted to say politely, I'm sorry. No, oh my God. I did go strength route. I don't know. Okay. How long have we seen each other? You say you missed me, but that's not enough. Sebastian has to think about your words. Interesting. Wow. A sudden cry interrupted the awkward silence. Ugh. Somebody help! Hearing her cry for help, Adelaide rushed to the exit. Where are you running? Grabbing the woman by the waist, the wretched robber pulled her into the alley. Well, no. And as soon as she was ready to rush forward to help, she felt a strong, wiry hand on her shoulder. It's not worth it. We just lost our pursuers. It's not worth putting yourself on the line like that. It's a routine thing for Santo Domingo. The soldiers are more concerned with forcing people to work rather than protecting them. Stop shouting. You disturb decent people. The robber silenced her with a hand over her mouth. But do not be stupid. This sucks. This sucks. It's like, if you save her, you lose pirate rep. And it is about putting your crew on the line. This one's a sucky one. I hate this. Do I risk, like, losing one of my pirate rep points? You don't need to get all of them. I know I chose this the very first time that I played. I don't remember what happened. But I decided to save her anyway. Shoot. Damn it. And closing her eyes, Adelaide returned to the tavern, trying with all her might to get out of her head what she just witnessed. You did the right thing. Trying to save one soul, you would jeopardize our entire mission. No one could help anyone. I understand everything, but tears welled up in your eyes. Adelaide felt a slight scratching on her leg. What do you have here? And the beast handed Adelaide someone's pipe. Well, quickly put it where you found it. We do not need any more problems. Oh, he just wanted to get something for me. And the sad little beast sank back under the tables, disappointed that he could not please Adelaide. Oh. I see you're a girl with a pure soul. How can you see? You don't need eyes to see something. I see your heart is out of place. Would you like to get a little distracted from your worries with a game of dice? That's pretty unexpected. So perhaps I will decline. And if I raise you something interesting? We know this one. Something that can connect the past with the present. It's for a beginner sorceress to understand her strength. Where are you from? It does not matter. The main thing is that I'm ready to part with it. And what do you want in return? The amulet that you hide so carefully. No. Slippery Nick can be trusted. How? These eyes see a lot. So you're not an ordinary person. And what are the rules? We throw a pair of dice. The one who wins gets 1 point. The one who is the first to collect 3 of them wins. It's on. The animal sat on her shoulder looking at the white dice with interest. They're not edible, so don't even think. I count 0, 0. Throw the dice. Cheat. Adelaide never cheated before, but she realized that something is wrong with her opponent. The girl held her dice for a long time, looking at the changing faces. Yeah, the amulet is way too important to us. I can't lose it. Come on already. She and she dropped the dice exactly at the moment when something suitable caught her eye. But they barely rolled. I have 4, 6. It comes down to 10. My turn. And I have 1, 2. It comes down to 3. Wow. Well, it's fine. They say newbies and fools are lucky. Aren't you a fool? Playing with me? Let's see. Follow the score. Account 1, 0. Throw the dice. Cheat. Well, Adelaide cheerfully flipped the dice on the table and at the same time knocked the mugs off the table onto Nick's trousers. What's the slob? And using a second of distraction, she gently poked one of the dice with her nails, correcting the value. I have 4, 6. It comes down to 10. My turn. And I have 1, 1. It comes down to 2. What? Again? It cannot be like this. Maybe you just quarreled with the dice. I've always been on good terms with dice. What's the score? Account 2, 0. Throw the dice. Last chance. Spirits, are you with me? We are always with you. Now or never. You said we do not interfere in fate. It's not the time to screw up. Well, but only this time. I have 6, 4. It comes down to 10. My turn. And I have 2, 3. It comes down to 5. It's impossible. I never lose. You cheated. And you forgot about our game? Slippery Nick. And you're here. That's why the dice are not aligning. Do you know each other? We met once. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, Sebastian just came back with this scar that didn't used to be there. And he's been really closed off about it. I don't know the details. I think that was the only problem I was think I had with Sebastian was that he was like really closed off about it. Obviously, he said he was doing it, not talking about it to protect us, but it was just really hard. I don't understand why he couldn't share that with me, but you know, everybody has their own secrets, I guess, suppose. I don't know. I just felt like it was like we were up in like season 4, and he still hadn't talked about it. It was just really interesting, but I think it has something to do with Slippery Nick, but I don't know what. I guess I'll find out when I do a second playthrough with Sebastian. We met once. What brought you here? Your estate is far from here. Not so far away. I took a boat and crossed the sea, and here I am. And what have you forgotten here? Well, as they say, brother to brother. But you're right. I've been here a long time. Not so fast. The victory is mine. Get your bauble. I think we'll see each other soon. And then I'll remember everything. Okay. Are you alright? I'm not sure. But for the most part, I have a couple of questions for you. I see you're trying to beat the thimbles here. Tell me, William, has this cheater been hanging around here for a long time? To be honest, this is the first time I've seen him. But now there is something else to discuss. Adelaide, we know where your parents are, and you would not believe who helped us in this. Hello? Dirty Lou? Meanwhile, Noble Dawn, I have the most unpleasant news for you. And how else can you disappoint me? What's this? Well, you see, cover your bald head immediately in my presence. You see, I cannot. What do you mean you cannot? Apparently for the near future, I'm cursed. I may be wrong, but Adelaide may have returned to the city. If you are now, I swear, she was identified. and she ruined the execution of the pirates. To hell with the pirates. I knew that we would be destined to meet again. Get my best jacket. And do something with this disgrace. It's impossible to look at you without laughing. Yes, sir. Okay. I think I need to go a little bit harder on strength. I don't want to get too close to passing it up with diplomacy. That's not the route we're doing right now. Yeah, okay. I got black magic this turn? Why did it say +1? I'm pretty sure I got that a different chapter. Well, that's strange. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on to the next episode. Episode 4. The location of Adelaide's parents has become known, but how to penetrate an impregnable fortress. Adelaide will have to devise a cunning plan. My last T. Chapter 4. The escape plan. Hello. What? What are you doing here? Being loyal to the captain. How could I have stayed on the ship? Besides, where there's a good captain, there are good spoils. So while the others are fretting over their gold, I decide to search in a pond with bigger fish. Besides, I see I'm not the only who made this decision. I don't like this guy. Oh yeah. He's got no backbone. Here's information for us. That's right. About your parents even. Specifically, where they're being kept. I don't trust you. And I'm questioning your loyalty. You're breaking my heart, Captain. You've been on the island for a couple of hours and you're already in possession of information that I need. But you did not hide the reasons for leaving town. I have no idea what you were doing here. But I, for instance, have paid some visits to the grub vendors. And I've uncovered something. Did either of you sit in prison or in the galley? Are you implying something? Not at all. It's just that I happened to rot behind bars myself. And I was being fed lentil chowder and water. And not soft white bread with cheese. And even though Diego has built many places for captives, dishes for the gentry are being delivered to only one of those places. In Rocco Muerte. But it's an old abandoned fort. Diego rebuilt all the forts and fortifications after your disappearance. And believe me, Rocco Muerte is a well-guarded fortress. One of the most well-defended structures on the island. But how can we be sure that my parents are there? Your parents are the only captives of value in this colony. Valuable enough to keep them alive for 5 years. And even feed them well to boot. Adelaide's head went numb. She felt like the ground was crumbling out from under her. She was thinking only one thing. They're alive. There's a chance. The fort is defended by about 50 soldiers. And 200 more will show up from the streets as soon as they sense that something's up at the fortress. Yeah. Even if we were to pull the entire crew from the Walrus together, we'd still be outnumbered. I need to think. Adelaide headed outside on stiff legs. William was about to follow, but Sebastian stopped him. Don't. She needs to be alone. Without a guide on these streets, she can handle it. This is her city, after all. But the lemur stealthily sneaked out of the tavern and trailed its owner. The girl was overwhelmed with emotions. I finally found them. And I can't even send them a message. We can't even catch a glimpse of each other. Not to mention getting them out. I think this is a black magic and white magic choice. Yeah, okay, it is. So we're doing white magic, so find a way to say them all. There's no time to despair. Adelaide closed her eyes and breathed in deeply. The island's familiar smell gave her strength and confidence. I just have to think this through completely. There's always a good way out of an ordeal. The girl's spirits were lifted by these thoughts. Sorry. The girl stumbled upon a park. Such desolation. I remember this park. Everything was in bloom here, once. The shrubs and lawn were meticulously cared for. and the pond was not covered in duckweed. This park seems quite cozy to me. Although, even a slum looks like a bastion of civilization to me after all those years on an uninhabited island. But how? Curses. Now no one can die properly in these lands. I was luckier than most. The spirit seemed to have taken a liking to me, and it didn't let me perish in the dead man's locker. I can learn so much from you. Want to ask you so many questions. Mostly I have a lot of questions, but I can learn a lot from him also. I can learn so much from you. How to better control magic, control my powers, and the ghost raised his hand. Wait, I can't walk this road for you. There's a lot that you'll have to figure out and master by yourself. I can only advise you a little, and even that only seldom. I see you've kept my amulet. Of course. I will never part with it. That's good. It can change the course of history and prevent a mistake. Which mistake? I cannot answer this question right now, but know that this time will come. It's funny because this is still the amulet on his chest. That's fine. And what do you have here? Where? In your wallet. The coin? It's not a mere coin. You have no idea what treasure you have in your hands. It can tie the present to the past, and it will probably play its part very soon. Where did you get this? I won it from a swindler. You're playing against a very dangerous man. Very dangerous man. He hesitated on man. Is he not fully human? And it was a very dangerous game. It didn't seem all that difficult to me. Your soul was at stake. Or maybe something even more important to the world. Like the amulet of life, for example. Never play dice with the devil. So it was one of. So Sebastian? I don't know of any Sebastian, but if he's familiar with... She cut him off! The mermaid was sitting in the pond shallows. What's right is right. I've lingered here for too long. Farewell, Adelaide. Farewell, my teacher. After Ponce's silhouette vanished, Adelaide approached the water's edge. Ça va? Greetings. Adelaide sat down by the water. I missed you too. The mermaid leaned slightly and kissed the girl. Yes, I sense the fog's presence as well. I need to talk to you. Something awful is going on in the world. I feel almost powerless, all alone in the great big world. Yes, friends, but they're in danger too. Tell me how to save everyone. The mermaid noisily dove into the pond, and Adelaide followed her. She saw the fiddler's screen before her eyes. It's so lovely here. And quiet. Too quiet. What do you mean? Wasn't this place supposed to be pure bliss? Perhaps. But not for the two of us. Good people who perish in the sea find their last refuge in this harbor. Sometimes they venture farther to search for their own worlds. But everyone passes through these gates. And these meadows haven't been visited in many years. Or do you think that nowadays the seas are brimming only with bloodthirsty bastards? Of course not. But what happened? The curse opened a breach between the worlds, and now the souls can't find their last refuge, languishing on the land or in an even much worse place. And one cursed, rebellious spirit is trying to take advantage of this. So it was this curse that brought the living dead out of the fog. Exactly. I admire your willingness to help your friends and family, but many more souls need to be saved from the curse. All your troubles, they pale in comparison to what is threatening your world. Your destiny is to lift the curse. Great deeds and sacrifices lie ahead of you, but you are not alone in this. You are surrounded by friends, and your strength lies in them. United, you will be able to uproot mountains. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. I'm sufficiently strong, right? I'm doing strength. Sufficiently strong. And I will smash this gel to the ground. All those involved will get what's coming to them. You're in quite the belligerent mood today. They want war. Then war is what they'll get. And let those around me take me for a weak woman. But soon they will all pay for their mistake. Now this is the Adelaide that I love. The spirits generally don't take too kindly to mortals, but I have always seen something more in humans. I've seen something more in you. You stole my heart. The spirit was visibly out of breath while uttering these words, and overwhelmed with feelings, she moved towards Adelaide. Do you feel what I feel? I wonder, like, is she just like a side romance or like a full-on? I don't know, but I'm gonna seduce her. Adelaide stepped towards the spirit before anyone sees us. The girls embraced and rolled on the soft grass. Where are my clothes? The wonders of the world of spirits. And with these words, she pressed Adelaide close to her. It's a wonderful thing that there are people like you in the world. What's so special about me? Freedom. Inner freedom. The spirit of light kissed the girl, running her fingers through her hair. You cannot even begin to imagine how unlikely it is to encounter a kindred spirit in this huge world. And it's even less likely to have your feelings reciprocated. All of these social norms. I didn't run away from home, become a pirate captain, and master magic, just to become a prisoner to norms. Uh-huh. The mermaid's hands reached lower. Wait. Let me. The mermaid placed her hands on Adelaide's shoulders. Adelaide began planting kisses on her companion's neck, caressing her back, her breast, her waist, and lower. There's no need to be quiet. Don't hold back. The spirits gasped and enraptured cries spread across the endless meadows of the green. When the mermaid was no longer able to shout but only gently sob, and barely able to move, Adelaide let her go. Dang! And the spirit of light pressed herself against Adelaide's chest. You seem to be glowing brighter. Such a pity that this is not my dream. Hey, she fixed everything. The pet was pulling Adelaide by her hand. What do you want? I get it. You're hungry. Was there really nothing edible in the park? I see. I've spoiled you. You could have caught some moth or dug up some worms, like you did before in the forest. You really are spoiled. It's time to get up. Never would have thought that a bench could be this comfy. I was sleeping. The morning at the tavern was quite calm. Many of the visitors were obviously hungover. Her lawyer friends were sitting at a table, waiting for Adelaide. I need to get my strength up. Why are you sitting around? Have you already come up with a plan for breaking into the dungeon? The crew jumped out of their seats and was about to greet Adelaide. Leave the lovey-dovey act for later. Now let's get down to business. So do we have a plan? Not really. To tell you the truth, we haven't really thought about that. Then hear me out. But to storm a fortress when there are so few of us is pure absurdity. Where in the world did you learn such a word, absurdity? What does it even mean? You'll learn when you grow up. Now don't interrupt. First of all, we need one of us to get imprisoned in the dungeon. None of us knows its layout. One of us needs to get in there and take a good look around. And on the way through, we'll rescue him along with my parents. It has to be someone from outside the crew. Otherwise, they'll be shot on sight. They also shouldn't be from around here, seeing as how Maya and Adelaide's faces are decorating all the posters. The crew silently turned towards Lou. Why are you all looking at me? Here's Chris. He isn't local either. It's gonna be... You gotta send Lou or Christina, but I'm sending Lou. Your goal is to grossly violate the law while in the proximity of Rocco Muerte. The guards are not very discerning, and they carry away all the lawbreakers to the nearest dungeon until they are summoned for trial. But I don't want to. Just do as you're told. Fine then. But promise that you'll get me out. We promise, we promise. Very well. If we're lucky. Just relax. We're getting you out for sure. Alright. What to do? Stop toddling. Draws knife. Trick or treat. This poor woman! It's probably the same woman though. Halt. I hate jail cells. And you stay there for a few days while you figure out where the governor's cell is. A few days? Stop whining. Then you'll receive a package of a loaf of bread. At least something to eat inside these walls. It's not for eating. Ow, my teeth. There are paper and ink inside. At night, you'll throw the prison's plane out the window and we'll pick it up. Next. William said that the nearest guards will show up at the slightest commotion. Indeed, that's unavoidable. This means we'll have to distract them somehow. Someone will have to cause some ruckus in town. They must be wary of the black people here. Based on what I heard about that racist Diego. I could start a riot. With all due respect, chaos in town is my calling. Besides, everything is almost ready. I decided this will be handled by... You can go with Jackie or William. I'm gonna choose William for this. He's right. He knows in and out this town very full. And what's your plan? It's very simple. We'll start a fire. And how's that better than an uprising? Don't interrupt. It's my plan. As you wish. So where was I? A fire. But not a simple fire. First, we'll head to the port. Halt. Who's there? I'm just carrying out an order. I must deliver this gunpowder to the fortress's warehouses. Oh, just as I assumed. Move along. In a suitable basement, we'll split the gunpowder into small portions. I get that, but this lovely chintz is too good to waste on caps. Don't worry. When it's all over, I will fully compensate you. You've been saying that for over a year, and I want to remind you again of the velvet that you used for wadding. I know. And that flax that you made into wicks. Yes. And as I said, I will compensate you for everything. So this is how you're doing things. And here's another crew carrying gold for the guards' pay. Treasury gold. And that's it? Of course not. There's also the bank. And the fort on the other side of the island. Wonderful. Panic was spread throughout the town, but the prison guards won't budge. They have to be distracted so that you will be able to sneak by. Exactly. I can distract any number of swordsmen, for however long it takes. Captain, as your boatswain, I can't let you take that risk. And what do you suggest? I'm old enough to be able to pretend that I'm even older, and to distract the guards' attention with my ramblings. It's decided. It's going to be, choose Sebastian or Seamus. I'm gonna go with Sebastian. You. Sebastian. Yes, you. Wait, I think Sebastian is supposed to be written there. Yes, you. You randy, loathsome spawn of an echidna and a reject. Citizen. I don't know who you are, but please step aside and let me perform my duty. Like hell I'm leaving before I get some satisfaction. What? Was it you who made advances towards my sister yesterday? What? And offered money for her innocence? You surely must be mistaken. Raise your weapon and fight like a man, or I'll cut you up like a dog, here and now. Guard, are you calling for backup? I had you pegged for a coward. Now I'm really gonna show you. I dare you. One mannequin stall. I have enough for everyone. Into the sound of a terrible slaughter, I'll sneak into the dungeon. Alone? I can choose a partner to go with me. Or I can go alone. But I'm going with Jackie. Smiling time. Getting closer, okay. I will require your strength. I'm always at your service. Of course, I'll have to gussy up. Assassin outfit. And you have a thief outfit. I like this one better, so... Oh wait, or did I? No, you need a diamond outfit because this one actually does affect the story. Yeah. Guess we're gonna take this one. Oh, the music's done. Adelaide snuck up to the dungeon. Let's see what equipment we have here. Let me get a picture. Let's see. Wow, a grappling hook. After a short exercise in rock climbing, the girl found herself in the narrow corridors of the dungeon. Well then. And now? All attention. His Honor Don Diego de Ochoa has arrived for an unscheduled check. Naturally. Alright, so while we're trying to break my parents out, do a little prison break, we also have to fight with Diego, so that'll be fun. I'll go ahead and do that next time. We got some good strength. Okay, we're pulling away again from diplomacy. I don't remember exactly how much you need later, because there's always going to be, like, at some point during the season, you're going to need a certain amount of strength. Ooh, I just found it. It's towards the end of the season, and that's like 45 strength. Oh, I need to get going on that strength. Like, I got no room for making any more diplomacy choices for a while. Man, 45. Wow, that's a lot. Goodness, I don't know. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do that next time. Next time we do a bit of a prison break. I can't remember what happens in the chapter after that. But yeah, so this one was episodes 3 and 4. So we're doing 5 and 6 next time. That's pretty cool. Still sipping tea. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and show it some love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.